All right, this is just for the people up here, just for the people up on the stage. Imani. That's it. Brandon, present thyself in thy registry. Brandon. Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'Allah. Brandon. Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'Allah. Yahweh. Keep it in here. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. Barak. Atham. Yahweh Bahashim Yahshua Barak Atham.
Turn to the front.
La.
No, hold on. Put it in your right hand.
Oh, so it's right.
On left hand on your chest.
Okay.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Now you can drink. You're right. Better do it real quick. Hey, shalom, sis. Okay.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, Mark.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, Mark.
The water for your patience. The Sabbath. All right, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Last week, we were in Genesis chapter 32, and we are reading the story about Jacob. All right. Okay, so Jacob is on his way back to the land of Canaan, or the land where the Most High told him that he was going to make him a great nation. And Jacob's grandfather is... Who's Jacob's grandfather? Go ahead, Maya. That's his father. Who's his grandfather? Go ahead. Abraham. Okay. And we know, and Abraham is important because Abraham is the one the Most High made the covenant to, and he said that you and your seed. Now, Isaac was the child of promise because Abraham did have other children, but they were not the children of promise. Isaac was the child of promise, and it was through Isaac's seed that the promise would continue. Okay, so that's where we need to remember that. So Jacob fled because Jacob fled. It's Shalom, sis. Shalom, cat. Jacob fled from his family because he received the blessing by dressing up as Esau. His father was blind and he blessed him, and then Esau said he would kill him. And that is the attitude of Esau throughout the centuries. He's always wanted to kill Jacob. Okay? He's always had that attitude. He's always had that anger towards Jacob. Okay? So, now Jacob went and he married into his family, and he had 2 wives, Leah and Rachel. Actually, he has 4 because he had their handmaids, Bilhah and Ziplah. Am I saying those names right? Correct. And so now he's taking all his family back. Okay? And he has, at this point, he has 11 children. I think Rachel is pregnant. Okay? Can anybody tell me the children, the first 4 tribes of Israel that were born? I know somebody knows out here. Somebody take a shot at it. Every week it's going to be a little quiz now, so you keep paying attention in class. Go ahead, Miss Collins. Go ahead. First 4 by Leah. Go ahead. Reuben. Go ahead. One before Levi. Who was after Levi? Before Levi. Starts with an S. Gave you a clue. Simeon. Then Levi. Then. No, Benjamin's the baby. I think Rachel. Shalom, on Christ. It would be Judah. Okay, that was the first 4. It was Judah. Okay, then I believe we had Dan and Naphtali. Then I think it was Gad and Asher. And then Issachar and Zebulun. And then Rachel finally conceived and she had Joseph. Okay, and then I think she had Dinah. And then the last, I think she's pregnant with Benjamin. All right, so Jacob's on good work too. All right, so on his way back, now we're reading that Jacob is on his way back. Cap, I don't know if I greeted you, but shalom. Okay, all right, here we go. We're in Genesis chapter 32. We're reading verses 2 through 8. We're going to read in the Hebrew first and the English. Let me take this one off.
I got it. Genesis 32 and 2.
32 and 2, 2 through 8.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 2. Wayamar, Ya'aquab, Ka'ashar, Ra'am, Makana, Alahayim, Sahar, Wayakora'ah, Shem, Hamakwam, Ahawa'ah, Makanyam, verse 3. Wayashalak, Wa'aikwab, Mala'akyam, Lepunyawa, Al, Aishawa, Akiwa, Aratazah, Sha'ayah, Shadah, Adawam, verse 4. Wayatazawa, Atham, La'amar, Kaha, La'amarwan, La'adanya, La'aishawa, Kaha, Amar, Aibadka, Ya'aikwab, Ain, Laban, Garathia, Wa'akar, Aitha, verse 5. Wayahaya, Leah, Shavor, will come a war, Taza'an, Wa'aibad, Wishakapak, Wishapaka, La'aisha Laka, Lahagayad, La'adanya, Lamataza'a, Khan, Ba'ayanyaka, verse 6. Wayashabwa, Hamala Kayam, Al, Ya'aikwab, La'amar, Banwa, Al, Akyaka, Al, Aishawa, Wagam, Halak, Lakora'athka, Wa'arabai, Ma'awa, Ayash, Aimwa, verse 7. Wayayara, Wa'aikwab, Ma'ad, Wayatazar, Nawa, Wayakatazar, Ha'aim, Ashar, Athwa, Wa'ad, Hataza'an, Wa'ad, Habakwar, Wahagamalium, Lashanya, Makanawa, verse 8, Wayamar, Yabuwa'a, Aishawa, Al, Hamakana, Ha'akav, Wahakawa, Wahakahawa, Wahaya, Hamakana, Hanasha'ar, Lapaliyata. That's it.
All right, we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 32, 2 through 8 in the English.
All right. Genesis chapter 32, verse 2. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. Verse 3. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. Verse 4.
Stop right there, slacking. So you know in Scripture a lot of times you'll see when the Most High is talking about Esau, Esau has a few names that he's referred to. He's referred to as Esau. He can be referred to as Edom, which pretty much means like red, or he could be referred to as Mount Seir, because that is the territory that Esau inhabited, was Mount Seir. So in Scripture, when you see prophecies and you'll see a prophecy saying, that the Lord is against Mount Seir, that is talking about Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now." Verse 5. And I have oxen and asses, flocks and manservants and womanservants, and I have sent to tell Yahweh that I may find grace in thy sight. Verse 6. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to thy brother Esau, and he also cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him."
So stop right there. So, Jacob wanted to check out the temperature of Esau. It's been some time now. I mean, Jacob's pretty much been gone for about 20 years or 20 plus years. So, he's trying to check the temperature of his brother, Esau. And Esau is directly coming out to meet him with 400 men. So this could kind of be, Jacob just, pretty much has his family with him. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and herds and the camels into 2 bands.
Okay, so he thought his brother was going to come and kill him. Okay, because remember, that was the last thing his brother said. He's like, "I'm going to kill you." All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. And said, "If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape."
Okay, and obviously he knew kind of like the spirit of his brother anyway. So he's separated into a couple bands, and he's saying, we got to make sure that if he takes out one of our companies, that something else, that another will be able to escape. All right, excellent. All right, just the people up here. Aimani. Mayakala, present thyself in thy registry.
Mayakala, Bun God, Bun Yashal.
Mayakala, Bun God, Bun Yashal.
Yahweh Shem Yashal Bakatham.
Yahweh Shem Yashal Bakatham. Yeshabi. All right, we're going to go ahead and now read Genesis chapter 32, 9 through 15. I'm going to take this. We're going to read this in the Hebrew. That's stuff up here. All right. Genesis chapter 32, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Excuse me. Wayamar, Yaiquab. Oh, sorry, let me take my glasses off. Alahaya, Abiyah, Abahar, Abaraham, Alahaya, Abiyah, Yatazahak, Yahweh, Ha'amar, Alya, Shawab, La Aratazaka, Walama La Dafka, Wa Yatyaba, Imak, verse 10. Watanathya, Makal, Hachasadyam, Wamakal, Ha'amath, Ashar, Aishayath, Af, Ibadka, Kaya, Bamakwalya, Abarathya, Af, Hayaradan, Hazah, Wa'aitha, Hayayathya, Lashunya, Macha Nawath. Verse 11. What are we going to? Verse 11. Haitaza Yalunya, Na'a, Mayad, Akya, Mayad, Aishawa, Kaya, Yara'a, Anakya, Aqua, Pun, Yaba Wa'a, Waha Kanya, Av, Bunyam, verse 12. Wa'ata, Amarath, Hayatab, Ayatayab, Imak, Washamathya, Af, Zaraika, Chachawal, Hayam, Ashar, La'ah, Yasapar, Marab, verse 13. Wayalan, Sham, Balayala, Hahawa'ah, Wayakwak, Man, Haba'am, Bayadwa, Manacha, La'aishawa, Akyawa, verse 14. Isayam, Ma'athyam, Wathayashyam, Ashariam, Rakaliam, Ma'athyam, Wa'ayalyam, Ashariam, verse 15. Gamaliam, Mayanyakwawath, Wabunyahum, Shalashiam, Parawath, Arabayam, Wapariam, Aishara, Athanath, Aishariam, Wa'ayaram, Aishara, and that's it. All right, we're now going to be reading Genesis chapter 32. We're going to be reading verses 9 through 15 in the English.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 9. And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saidest unto me, return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee.
Stop right there. Why? Can somebody explain to me why Jacob is so afraid? Why is Jacob so afraid? Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. Why is Jacob so afraid to meet Esau? We start calling on people. You know, in class, when people don't answer, the teacher just calls on people. Yeah, I should take a shot at it. Why is Jacob so afraid to meet Esau? Why was he afraid? I couldn't even speak up just a little bit.
Because you know how much spirit that Esau harbors in himself.
Okay, why would he think Esau would be angry at him? I like your answer. Let's extend that. Somebody help me out. Go ahead, sis. Okay, well, right. Well, yes, because he knew that Esau was angry at him for getting that blessing. Now, was he necessarily wrong? Not really, because the Lord willed that. Now, the way he did about it, it was pretty much deceptive, because he dressed up. Esau must have really looked like a beast. You got to put animal's hair on you, and they're like, yeah, this feels just like Esau. I mean, you got to think how much about abnormal Esau had to really look. I don't think sometimes we think about that. It was a very hairy, and you think of like a caveman, like really, and very hairy, and it was red. That's really like how a beast looks. So the scripture is really painting a picture. All right, keep going.
Verse 10. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast shewed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan. Was it Jordan?
Jordan.
Saki. And now I am become two bands. Verse 11. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him. lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children. Verse 12. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. Verse 13. And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau, his brother. Verse 14. 200 she goats, and 20 he goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams. Verse 15. 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 kine, and 10 bulls, 20 she asses, and 10 fowls.
Okay, so he's pretty much excellent work. So he's pretty much sending gifts over to his brother Esau. You know, and even though he knew the promise, he was still afraid. Okay, he's still afraid because Esau had that reputation, that same reputation that Esau can show today. You know, trying to put fear into the hearts of, you know, that's the same today. You know, we go and we see Esau going down with his military. We're like, oh Lord, you know, especially when he's in his police car. You're like, oh Lord, here he comes. You know, I don't even like to drive. I don't even like when they get behind me. I'm like, let me get in another lane, because they won't find an excuse. Okay, so it's that same type of attitude, that same type of spirit. All right, excellent. You just want to add something else? All right, just the people up here. Imania. Herb, present thyself. Does he need a headband? Herb, present thyself in thy registry.
Put it down something. Come on, son. Yeah. You see Herb.
Herb.
Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yashar.
Bun Shawah.
Bun Yashar. Yah.
Yah.
Shar.
Shah.
Allah.
Howard.
Herb.
Herb. Bun Yahweh. Bun Yashar.
Now you salute. No. It's up to you. Hand me on your back. So follow me. Come on straight. Step to your back. Come on back. Bring it together. Hand to each other. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Barak.
Barak.
Atham.
Atom.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua Barakatah. Yeshavian. All right, let's go ahead and continue reading. We're in Genesis 32. We're going to be reading verses 16 through 22 in the Hebrew.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 16. Wayathan, Bayad, Ibadyawa, Adar, Labadwa, Wayamar, Al, Ibadyawa, Lapunya, Warawak. What's that? Say it again. You saying that's Rakah?
Come, sir.
Warakah, the one. Dashayamwa, Bayan, Idar, Wabayan, Idar, verse 17. Wayataza, it's like Wayataza wa, Harashwan, La'amar, Kaya, Yapagashka, Aishawa, Akya, Washa Alak, La'amar, Lamwa, Atha, Wa'ana, Balak, Walamya, Allah, Lapunyaka, verse 18. Wa'amarab, La'ibadka, Laya Aikwab, Manaka, Hawa'a, Shalawaka, La Adanya, La Aishawa, Wahana, Gum, Hawa'a, Akari Yan now.
Akarya now.
Akarya now.
Yeah.
What? Verse 19. Waya taza wa, gum, ah, hashunya, gum, ah, hashala yashua, it's like, hashala yashya, gum, ah, call, hahalakyam, Akarya, Ha'idarium, La'amar, Kadabar, Hazar, the Debar one, Al, Aishawa, Bamataza Akyum, it's like Bamataza Akam, Athwa, verse 20. Wa'amarath, Wa'amarathum, Dum, Hana, Ibadka, Ya Iqua, Akariyanawa, Kaya, Amar, Akapara, Punyawa, Bamanaka, Hahalaka, Lapunya, Ra'akarya, Kun, Ara'a, Punyua, Awalya, Yasha'a, Punya, verse 21. Or the Ibar, Hamanaka, Al, Punyua, Wahawa'a, Lun, Baliyala, Hahawa'a, Bamakana, verse 22. Wayaquab, Baliyala, Baliyala, Hawa'a, Wayaquak, Ah, Shathya, Nashiyawa, Wa'a, Shathya, Shapakatyawa, Wa'a, Akkad, Aishar, Yaladyawa, Waya Ibar, Ah, Ma Ibar, Yaquab. It's like, yo, Bach. That's it.
All right, we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 32, 16 through 22.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 16. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants. Every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove. Verse 17. And he commanded the foremost, saying, When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Whose art thou? And whither goest thou? And whose are these before thee? Verse 18. Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us. Verse 19. And so commanded he the second, and the third, and all that followed the droves, saying, On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau, when ye find him. Verse 20. And say ye moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face. Perverture? How you say it?
Peradventure.
Peradventure, he will accept of me. Verse 21. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. 22.
22.
Okay.
Verse 22. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford Jabbok.
Excellent. All right, just the people up here. Any questions so far? All right, just the people up here. Aimanio. Yaasha, present thyself in thy registry.
Yaasha, Bangad, Banyashala.
Yaasha, Bangad, Banyashala.
Yahba Shem Yashab Bakatam.
Yahweh Bashem Yashabakata.
Hold on.
It's shabby. All right, we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 32, and we're going to be reading verses 23 through 29. We're going to read that in the Hebrew first, and then we're going to read in the English one too. Genesis chapter 32, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wayakwakam, Wayabaram, and a call, Ibar, Ashar, Lawa, verse 24. Verse 24, Wayawatar, Yaiqua, Labadwa, Bak, Ayash, Imwa, Alawaf, Hashakar, verse 25. Ra'a, Kaya, La'a, Yakal, Lawa, Wayagai, Bakak, Yarakwa, with a kwai, kap, Yarak, Yaikwa, Abakwa, Imwa, verse 26. Waya Amar, Shalakunya, Kaya, Ayla, Hashakar, Waya Amar, La'a, Ashalaka, Kaya, Barakatanya, verse 27. Waya Amar, Aliwa, Ma, Shamka, Waya Amar, Yaiqua, verse 28. I'm going to go to 29. Verse 28. Waya Amar, La'a, Yaiqua, Ya Amar, Iwad, Shamka, Kaya, Yasha'ala, Kayash, Shar Yath, Ain, Alahayim, Wa Ain, Anashiam, with a Wakal, verse 29. Waya Sha'ala, Yaiqua, Wayamar, Haga Yada, Na'a, Shamka, Wayamar, Lama, Za, the Sha'al, the Shamya, Waya Barak, Afwa, Sham. And that's it. All right, we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 32, verses 23 through 29.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 23. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. Verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Verse 25.
Now you got to think about this. Jacob wasn't playing here. I mean, this is you got to think. Well, I don't know if people. Well, I think most everybody here has been in a fight. You know, when you're not in shape in a fight, after 30 seconds you're out of breath. I don't know about you, but you know, you got to train a little bit. But this is how serious Jacob was. He's wrestling this man until daybreak. That's how serious Jacob was about this. Okay, you got to think about it. I mean, I've wrestled. I'm sure other people wrestle. You know, usually in a wrestling match, it's about 2 to 3 minute rounds. When you're out of shape, 30 seconds feels like 30 years. Okay, so you got to think how serious. Then I'm not sure Jacob might have been in shape. But even to wrestle somebody till daybreak, this is how serious Jacob was about wanting to be blessed. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of the joint, as he wrestled with him.
Okay, so he had to put his thigh out of a socket because Jacob wouldn't let him go. Okay, Jacob was not letting him go. Okay, this is how serious Jacob was. Okay. He said, okay, he said, let me go, and he was not letting him go. Go ahead, verse 26.
Verse 26, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me.
He wasn't even going to let him go. Thigh out of socket. Okay, like I said, I don't know if people have done jujitsu, something like that. When you're getting submitted, you know, they tap. Like, Jacob's thigh is out of socket, and he's still not letting this man go. This is how serious Jacob was. You got to think about, you got to put your, picture this in your mind. Go ahead.
Hold on, so like, if I could too, this is for everybody who think like, they always say, man, y'all brothers wrestling, what are y'all doing? Y'all fighting and stuff like that. If you ain't training, you ain't wrestling nobody this long. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
Like Jacob obviously had to train. You see what I'm saying? In order to even hold on, you see what I'm saying, to an angel at that. Like to even hold on, he had to be doing some kind of physical training when as far as combat and stuff like that. That's part of our culture.
Come.
Verse 27. And he said unto him, Why is thy name? What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. Verse 28. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God, and with men hast prevailed.
All right, so you got to think about what Israel actually means. Okay, this is where he got his name. Israel is, and Officer Hazahab taught me this. You know, when you get your Hebrew name, some of you that already have a Hebrew name, or some of you that will get a Hebrew name, it's really a sentence that's condensed. Okay, it's and you see how long a sentence with Israel is. Okay, it's as a prince that has that power with God and with men and has prevailed. Okay, but it's that name is condensed. Okay, so you see what the name Israel means. All right, keep going.
Verse 29. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him there.
Excellent. All right.
That's like it too. So if I can add, so like what Uriah said is heavy, and so what you would look at is Israel means prince of the power. Also can be translated son of the Most High. So if you see sons of God and prince of the power, it's the same thing. So like when you look at, you say sons of God and stuff like that, that's saying Israel as well.
God, and if I can add, it's like if I can add.
No.
And you see that throughout the Bible, the sons of the power. Okay, and that means that doesn't include everybody. See, this
Right.
really just cuts the Christian church. I know some of you have come. I know I have come out of a Christian church background, and it was thinking like, well, everybody can be a sons of God. Well, if that's the case, then you're not a peculiar people. You're not a holy people. If it's everybody, okay, that means because holy means separate. So if everybody's the son of God, or what they say, child of God, Christian church, then that would make you not. That would make you not holy, or separate. Because when you have something separate, or that means it's set aside. It's not like everything else that's common.
Right.
If I have a separate, or something separate that I eat, it means it's not like everything else. Okay, or a separate clothing. Okay, like we wear these garments. It's not like our regular everyday clothes. All right, excellent work. Any questions, comments?
Come.
Come.
He wasn't technically Israelites yet.
Come.
He was called Hebrews and the sons of God.
Come.
He spoke Hebrew and came from Adam lineage.
Come.
So you'll see that a lot before
Israel.
Come.
Come.
Okay. All right. It's just the people up here. I might. Brandon, present thyself in thy registry.
Call not to solve about them.
I was gonna do it at the end. You want to know?
Yeah,
Brandon.
let's do one of our brothers at the end. Call not to solve.
Not to stop, slacker, Brandon. Not to stop, slacker, Brandon. Not to stop, present thyself in thy registry.
One of them hold the scroll and stuff like that.
Oh, God, that's what you said, God.
Not to solve. Not to solve. Not to solve. Then you repeat that to me. Not to solve. Fun Yahweh. Fun. Bun, Ya, How, Wada, Bun, Ya, Shar, Allah. Not the
Zam.
Bun, Ya,
Yahweh, Bun, Ya, Shar, Allah.
Now you're going to salute. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Atham.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yashabi. Oh, you're going to take. All right, now let's go ahead and read. We're going to read Genesis chapter 32. We're going to read 30 through 32, and then Genesis chapter 33, 1 through 4 in the Hebrew.
What is it again?
Genesis chapter 32, 30 through 32. And then you're going to jump over to Genesis chapter 33, 1 through 4.
No. Genesis chapter 32, verse 30. Wayapora'ah, ya aikwa, sham, hamakwam, Paniya ash, Paniya al, Kaya, Paniya Allah, what? Kaya, Ra'ayatya, Alahayam, Funyam, al, Funyam, with a Natazal, Napashia, verse 31. Wayazarak, Lawa, Hashamash, Ka'ashar, Aibar, Pana Wa'al, Wahawa, Tazala, Al, Yarakwa, verse 32. Al, Khan, La'a, Ya'akalwa, Bunya, Yasha'ala, Yayad, Hanasha, Ashar, Al, Kap, Hayaraka, Ai, Hayawam, Hazah, Kaya, Nagai, Bakap, Yarak, Ya'aikwab, Bagayad, Hanasha. Genesis chapter 33, verse 1. Wayasha'ah, Ya'aikwab, Ya'ayanyawa, Wayara, Wahana, Aishawa, Ba'a, Wa'aimwa, Arabai, Ma'aiwa, Ayash, Wayakataza, Hayaladium, Al, La'a, Wa'al, Rakal, Wa'al, Shafya, Hashapakwa, verse 2. Wayasham, Hashapakwa, Wa'a, Yalad Yahan, Ra'ashana, Wa'av, La'a, Wayaladya, Akaranyam, Wa'a, Rakal, Wa'a, Wayasa, Akaranyam, verse 3. Wahawa'a, Aibar, Lepanyaham, Wayashakath, Wayashathakwa, Aratazah, Shabai, Pa'ainyam, Ai, Gashathwa, Ai, Akiwa, verse 4. Wayaratazah, Aishawa, Lakora Athwa, Kabak Hawa. Sorry.
Oh, that's it. Come. Or 4. Come.
Wait. Go to 4, right?
Come.
Paul, Al, Tazawa Arwa, Shakwa, Bakwa, and that's it.
Excellent. All right, we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 32, and we're going to be reading verses 30 through 32, and then we're going to be reading 33, 1 through 4.
She will start right there. Hold the pencil on every word.
Okay.
Tell her where you at.
Chapter 30.
Genesis chapter 32.
Chapter 30.
No, Genesis chapter 32.
Genesis chapter 2.
32.
32.
Verse 30.
30. And Jacob
And Jacob, go ahead.
called the name of the place Peniel.
Called the name of the place Peniel.
And then they have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved.
If I've seen God face to face and my life is preserved.
All right, let me stop right there. He said, I've seen God face to face and my life is preserved. Okay, all right, let me get my scholars in here. Everybody here is a scholar. There's a scripture that says no man can see God and live. Can somebody reconcile that? Because Jacob just said, I have seen God face to face and have lived, and my life is preserved. But there is another scripture. The Most High told that to Moses, no man shall see God's face and live. How can we reconcile that? Come on, scholars. Go ahead, Mayat. How can you because that sounds like a contradiction. No man can see God and live. But Jacob just said, I have seen God face to face and my life is preserved. Go ahead, Mayat.
Does he mean like ones that are like around that understanding to see his like existence or face to be able to be like face to face with him?
I don't understand. Explain that. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
He said no man should see God's face and live. No like regular man or like regular person.
Okay.
Somebody who was of higher understanding of the Most High God and His law, statutes, and commandments, and has a deeper connection with Him, like a really, really deep connection with the Messiah, is to see His face.
Okay. I like that thought. I like the way you're thinking. Not quite, but I like the thought though. Yeah, Asha, go ahead.
Although it may be the children of Israel, I think he's saying anybody worthy is when they're able to see him, if they're allowed to look at him. Those who are not worthy, but are part of the children, 12 tribes, will still get smited. Regardless, you have to be worthy.
Okay, let me push back because Moses actually desired to see the Most High. And Moses, I would think, would be probably worthy. I mean, he was a servant, he was the most humble man, but the Most High said, you cannot see my face and live. So how is Jacob saying this? What's going on here? Somebody else want to jump in? Go ahead. There we go. This is an angel of the Most High. He represented the Most High. Okay, and a lot of times in Scripture, you'll see when it says the Most High, you'll have a representative. Okay, just like if the president went and attacked another country, if the president gave the order out, the president himself's not doing that. Okay, he's sending his troops and his army, but they're going to say the president attacked another country. Okay, but he's not out there really doing it. Okay, Jacob saw an angel of the Most High and lived. His life was preserved. And you got to think, that was a rare too. You weren't seeing angels of the Most High every day. Oh, well, I'll say every day knowingly. Because you could be entertaining angels not knowing, but knowingly. And he was like, and then he said, my life was preserved because that angel really could have killed him. You got to think of how much mercy, how much the Most High really loved Jacob. Because that angel, if he really turned it up, really could have just killed him. Okay? But he didn't, because they knew that Jacob wanted to be blessed and Jacob knew the promise. Okay? All right, let's go to verse 31. And as go ahead.
Genesis chapter 31.
32.
31. 31, yes.
Verse 31.
And he passed the over Samuel. Then sun rose upon him,
And he passed over Peniel, and the sun rose upon him.
and he halted upon the death. Verse 32.
And he halted upon his thigh. Go ahead.
Therefore of the children of the Israel eat hot of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the allow the hollow at the night of the thigh, and upon this day, because he touched the hollower of the Jacob's thigh, and the sinew thing shrank.
All right, let's keep it going. Excellent work. Keep it going.
33. And Jacob lifted up the eyes and the look on the behold Esau, and the Shechem what hath sent 400 men and delivered it.
He divided.
Divided, and the children of the Lehi,
Mm-hmm.
I say, Raphael,
Rachel.
and the high unto 2 hands made.
Okay, so he sees Jacob coming towards him, so he pretty much splits the family up. Okay, Leah, Rachel, and then the 2 handmaids. He kind of split it up. Okay, keep going. Lots of stuff. Excellent work. Verse 2.
Genesis verse 2.
And he.
Verse 2. And he that handmaidens of the children foremost, and
Okay, so you put the handmaids of the children first. Keep going.
foremost, and the Lehi said, her children after, and Rachel, John, Joseph, and him, and most of.
Okay, so he set it up like this. He put Bilhah and Zipporah first with their children. So you got to think. Okay, let me give a test. You know I like testing. Who are the children of Bilhah and Zipporah? Who are their children? Somebody's studying in here. Who are their children? It said Bilhah and the handmaids first. So who are the children that are up front? I mean, I know you're the tribes of Israel right behind me. Y'all can take a good guess. Come on, Mayak. I see your hand halfway up. What children were up in the front? And the handmaids. You got 12 guesses to get. Well, we know Joseph's in the back, so you can. And then I don't think Benjamin's born yet. So now we canceled out there. So we got 10 tries. Go ahead.
Not even 10. We just did the first 4. Remember?
Oh, come. Right, that's right. We did the first 4. Go ahead. Judah wouldn't be in the front because he's not Bilhah, Zilpah's. Go ahead.
I think Gad and
Okay, give her a hand. Colin is studying. Okay, so we know. What'd you say? You said Gad, Naphtali. Okay, with 2 more. Who's the other 2? Simeon wouldn't be up in the front. Good try. Thank you, Brent. All right.
Manasseh.
Huh?
Manasseh.
Manasseh wasn't born yet because those were Joseph's children. Okay, so we have Dan and Asher. So it would be Gad and Asher, Dan and Naphtali. They would be up in the front. Okay? And then behind them, we had Leah and her children, which would be, come on, we just said some of Leah's children. Come on, go ahead. Levi, Simeon, Judah. Okay, go ahead. Huh? We said Levi. What did you say? Levi, Judah. The oldest. We're missing the oldest. Yep, Zebulun's one. Good.
The first one is Israel.
Missing the firstborn, and we're missing. Okay, Reuben. And then I think he said Zebulun and Issachar. They would have been the next ones. I always remember the names by pairs. Okay, I always remember the first 4: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. I always remember them 4. And then I remember the next 2. It's Dan and Naphtali. They go together. And then the next 2, Gad and Asher. And then I always remember the last 2, Issachar and Zebulun. Okay, I remember them in pairs. And then you got Joseph and Benjamin. Okay, because they were the youngest 2. All right, I know Dinah's in the youngest somewhere. I can't remember where she's at. All right, let's keep it going. Verse 3. Keep it going now, because I'm doing well.
3?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Genesis verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And the pass over the behold them
Before them.
and,
Uh-huh.
and before bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came to near his brothers.
Okay, excellent. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, and they fell on the neck of the kissed him, and they wept.
Right, excellent work. All right, just for people up here. Any questions so far? All right, just people up here. Armania.
Yeah, we started over there.
Brandon, present thyself in thy registry.
Brandon,
Bun Yahawada,
Bun Yahawada,
Bun Yasha'ala.
Bun Yasha'ala.
Brandon, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yasha'ala.
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Athon.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yah Shah Barakatah. Good reading. Yeshamin. All right, now we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 33, 5 through 11. We're going to read that in the Hebrew first, then in the English. Genesis chapter 33, verse 5. Wa yasha'ah ayanyawa, wa yara'ah hanashyam, wa hayaladyam, wa yamar maya Allah lak, wa yamar hayaladyam, ashar Hanan, Alahayim, Ibadka, verse 6. Where am I going to 11? Okay, verse 6. With a Gashun, Hasha Pakwan, Wath, Hana, Wayaladya Yahan. With a Thak Wayan. Verse 7. With a Gash, Gum, La'aha, La'a, Wayaladya, Waya Shathak. Wa Akar, Nagash, Yawasak, Rakal, Wayasha Thakwa, Yawa. Verse 8, Wayamar, Maya, Lakab, Kal, Hama Hana, Hazah, Ashar, Pagashakya, Wayamar, Lamataza, Khan, Ayanya, Adanya. Verse 9, Wayamar, Aishawab, Yash, Laya, Rab, Akya, Yahaya, Laka, Ashar, Lak. Verse 10. Wayamar, Yaakov, Al, Na'a, Na'a, Mataza, Akya, Khan, by Ayanyaka, Wayala, Kwa, Kaf, Mana, Kafya, Mayadya, Kaya, Al, Khan, Ra'ayatya, Punyaka, Kara'af, Punya, Alahayim, with a Ratazanya, with a Ratazanya, verse 11. Quack, Na'ah, Barakafya, Ashar, Haba'af, Lak, Kaya, Kananya, Alahayim, Wakaya, Yash, Laya, Kal, Waya Patazar, Bawa, Waya Quack. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and read that in the English. We're in Genesis chapter 33, 5 through 11 in the Hebrew. Genesis chapter 33, verse 5.
Genesis chapter 33, verse 5. And he lifted up his eyes. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children and said, Who are those with thee? And he said, The children which God hath graciously given thy servant. Verse 6. Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves.
Now, I want to say something really quickly. I know people, you wouldn't see this right off the bat, but you got to think of what Esau does. This is actually, because remember, Esau is also very cunning, okay? And Esau doesn't always present himself as, remember, he's a hunter. So a hunter, a beast, is very cunning and he's very deceptive. Okay, when you dealt with Esau, he's not always cruel. Sometimes he'll try to be a friendly. You got to even think in slavery time. I'm good to you, aren't I? They always, talk like they're just so friendly. Act like a friend. Okay, you even see that at the job. He tries to be a friend. talking to you. All right? You even see that, you don't notice in the movies too, they always have, the black best friend that always gives them advice and they talk to. Okay? You got to think, Esau is not always going to make it seem like he's going to hunt you down and shoot. I mean, he's going to stab you in the back. It's just, he's always deceptive how he's going to do it. Sometimes he'll come across very friendly and very nice, so he can just really get your guard down so he can unalive you at the end. All right?
So, like, if I could, remember the scripture say he's a cunning hunter. He's very crafty. Like, I always liken it to the show, it was famous, Duck Dynasty. They actually had whistles, and they would blow and sound like a duck to bring the ducks to them. You see what I'm saying? If he can make a duck noise and a duck sound to kill ducks, you know that he's crafty enough to do certain things to beguile us and get our guards down and do it to us as well. You see what I'm saying? He's a cunning hunter. Never forget that.
And so, like, if I may to add something too, like, I think this is Psalm. I think it's Psalm 55, 56. But it talks about his words are smooth like butter. His words are very smooth. So he comes and sees his nieces and nephews and just, who are these? Because he's very crafty. Okay, and because right, his descendants, and we got to know Esau had children too. Okay, his descendants were going at war with Jacob's descendants. So he didn't really make peace with Jacob. He really did, just crafty, just for the time being, so that Jacob's guard could go down. Okay, but Jacob was smart though. You could tell because Jacob didn't go with him, as we'll read. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. Verse 8. And he said, What meanest thou by all this drove which I met? And he said, These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord. Verse 9. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. Verse 10. And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face, as though I have seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me. Verse 11. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it.
All right, let's go ahead and just people up here. We got one more. Imani. Mayat, present thyself in thy registry.
Maya Allah, Bangad, Banyashala.
Maya Allah, Bangad, Banyashala.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham. Yeshabi. All right, this is the last scripture. We're going to be reading Genesis chapter 33, 12 through 8. We're going to read that in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it in the English. Genesis chapter
33, verse 12. Wayamar, Nesa'ai, Wanalaka, Lanagadak, verse 13. Wayamar, Aliwa, Adunya, Yadai, Kaya, Hayaladyam, Rakayam, Wahataza'an, Wahabakar, Alawa, Alia, with a pakwam, Yawam, Akkad, Wamathwa, Kal, Hataza'an, verse 14. Ya Aibar, Na'a, Aidunya, Lapunya, Aibadwa, Wa'anya, Adana Hala, La Atya, La Ragal, Hamalaka, Ashar, La Punya, Willa Ragal, Hayaladyam, Aid, Ashar, Aba'a, Al, Aidunya, Sha'ayara, Verse 15. Wayamar, Aishawa, Ataza Yaga, Ataza Yag, Ataza Yaga, Na'a, Aimka, Mana, Ha'aim, Ashar, Afya, Wayamar, Lama, Za, Amataza'a, Kun, Ba'ayanya, Adunya, verse 16. Wayasha, Bayawum, Hahawa'a, Aishawa, Ladarakwa, Sha'ayara, verse 17. Waya'ikwa, Nasai, Sakatha, Wayabun, Lawa, Baya, Walamakwan Hawa, Aisha, Sakah, Al, Kun, Kora'a, Shem, Hamakwawam, Sakawa, verse 18. Wayaba'a, Ya'ikwa, Shalom, Ayar, Shakam, Ashar, Ba'arataza, Kana'ain, Baba Awa, Mapadan, Aram, Wayakan, Af, Panya, Ha'ayar. Is that it? 18?
Come.
That's it.
Okay, let's read Genesis chapter 33, 12 through 18 in the English.
Genesis chapter 33, verse 12. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. Verse 13. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children that are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Verse 14, let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir. Verse 15, and Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me, and he said that needeth it. Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord.
Stop right there. So Jacob was smart here because if you think about it, if he'd have went with Esau, his brother, eventually he would have unalived him and his family. You got to think about that. Because you got to think, put this in context. Esau's descendants would have known about that story, and they would have thought about, like, that blessing really belongs to us. We should be having that birthright. So there would have already been probably tension. So Jacob knew. He said, go ahead and pass before me. He already knew, because if he'd have went with his brother and they had stayed together, Esau's descendants would have known. They would have known that story, because they would have known that Esau was the firstborn, and he should have been receiving the blessing. And why is your younger brother Jacob receiving that, or Israel? All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. Verse 17. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and built him an house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. Verse 18. And Jacob came to Shalom, a city of Shechem, which is the land of Canaan, when he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city.
Excellent. All right, so Jacob and Esau parted ways once again, and Jacob has now come to a city called Shechem, and we'll get into that story of when Jacob dwelt in Shechem and what happened in that. Is there any other questions? Right? With that, just the people up here. Aimani.
La Yasha Allah.
We keep it covered. We keep that covered when we salute it. No. We don't touch this. No. Men of Israel. First, men of Israel, Midian, just the men of Israel. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. On Salakia too, per Captain Osh, when you salute the Torah, make sure you salute it aggressively. Everything should be done aggressively here. Yahweh Bashim Yashabrakah!
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakim.
Salakia, sir. Salakia. Would you mind turning that camera? Camera cut off.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakah. Barak, yeah. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarak, yeah.
You good, you good. You can be aggressive here. You can be aggressive here. No, you too wild. You can be aggressive here.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarak, yeah.
Salakia, sir.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakia.
Gotta uncover it. It's on you, officer. Talk about it.
This is for everybody in Madian, which means stand. Walk in Yah HaKadosh, which means rise and face the east. So don't speak 1, 2, 3. What you doing, bro?
Let's go, bro.
All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Abinau.
Abinau.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Padah.
Padah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemkah.
Shemkah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak Wathkah.
Malak Wathkah.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Vashamayim.
Vashamayim.
The thunder now.
The thunder now.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam. Wasalaka now.
Wasalaka now.
Kabawath now.
Kabawath now.
Kasalaka now.
Kasalak now.
It's like Kabawath now.
Kabawath now.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'ain now.
Tabi'ain now.
When they say one.
When they say one.
A ball.
A ball.
Abashai now.
Abashai now.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ride.
Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wathapa Ra.
Wathapa Ra.
Ibalamya.
Babylonia.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
Our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
Lead us not
to temptation.
to temptation.
But deliver us,
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is Hakat the power, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
The thunder now.
The thunder now.
Hakat.
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 Lord Pa'ah.
Lord Pa'ah.
Call Makat Allah.
Call Makat Allah.
Call Marawa.
Call Marawa.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amatazariah.
Amatazariah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
The Hakim.
Hakim.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Magarishan.
Magarishan.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Wad Amon.
Rahman. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasha Allah.
Wayasha Allah.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Saparia.
Saparia.
Barak.
Barak.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Wad
The
Amon.
water of money in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121. Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahariam.
Ahahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Aratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamarat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al Yanawam.
Al Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazolka.
Tazolka.
Al Yad.
Al Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarat.
Wayarat.
Waliyallah.
Waliyallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makol Rai.
Makol Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afna Pashka.
Afna Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Wabuwa'aka.
Wabuwa'aka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Awalam.
Awalam.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from
My
Yahweh,
help cometh from Yahweh.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
Yahweh
hand.
is thy shade upon thy
The
right
sun
hand.
shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by
nor
day,
the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in
thy coming in
from this time forth,
from this time forth,
even forevermore.
even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thakarash.
Wa Al Thashakwat.
Wa Al Thashakwat.
Al. Kiyahana.
Kiyahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wama Shanayaka.
Wama Shanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Aimaka.
Al Aimaka.
Ya'arayamwa.
Ya'arayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayataya'at Tazawad.
Where you throw your eyes as a well,
Al Tazapawanyaka.
all the top of one you come,
Amarwa.
Marwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakida.
Wanakakida.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yasakar.
Yashakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Aywad.
Aywad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
There were eyes as a well,
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Yakad.
Yakad.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aholia.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
It's like Wayashama'a Aliyam.
where is Shemaiah Aliyam,
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarian.
Wahagarian.
Gabal.
Gabal.
I'm a one.
I'm a one.
I'm a lot.
I'm a lot.
Palasha.
Palasha.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Elawa.
Elawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zerawai.
Zerawai.
The Bunyalawa.
The Bunyalawa.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasayasara'a.
Kasayasara'a.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Manakol.
Manakol.
Koyashma.
Koyashma.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadiyapmawa.
Nadiyapmawa.
Ka'ara.
Ka'ara.
Because of Abba.
Because of Abba.
Because of Bat.
Because of Bat.
Wakatazomana.
Wakatazomana.
Call Nasayah Yakumba, Ashar, Amara, Naya Rashad, Nanawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Shayathumba, Kagagala, Kakwash, the Punya Raka, Ka'as, the Ira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Khan, the Radatma, Masa Iraka, was a Patka, the Bahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Walawan, Waya Bakwasha, Shimka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Bahola, At your eye, Waya Kapara, Waya Badwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahweh, the Badka, Ayawan, I'll Ratza,
Aman in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
Enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. Tabernacles of Edom. And the Israelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher's also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. It's unto the Midianites. As he Sisera. And see Jabez. The brook of Kissar. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a ram. And like Zahab. Yea. All their princes in Sabbath. And at Zamunah. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burns the wood. And as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Put their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. So be it. Oh, slack. I'm closing them.
This is the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Manyaka Allah.
Wa Manyaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Tazab Ya'ah.
Wa Tazab Ya'ah.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawapyam.
Alawapyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Akwatazayanyam.
Akwatazayanyam.
Akayayolim.
Akayayolim.
Wa Ha'akwatyam.
Wa Ha'akwatyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels. Commander General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troops. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. These are the curses. Blessed you, Yahweh.
Blessed you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Like prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the schools. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose the treasures. Of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nations. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinhead. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. The cable access channel. And the radio channel. Convict the spirit. Of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the west.
standing in the way.
We're trying to stop us.
Trying to stop us.
For broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet
Throughout
Earth.
the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
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 Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plague.
Let the plague.
Take the house of the thief.
Take the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying
And
saucer.
punish all the heathen.
And punish all the
that come
heathen.
up against us.
That come up against
as
us.
we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Because we know.
Because we know.
By all.
By all.
That is the angels.
Is the angels
that have done it.
that have done it.
Because to be spread.
Because to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be.
So be.
Sar, which means to turn.
Wait a minute, 1 second. 1 second.
This concludes the service.
Download.
Then you pull. Sisters Yeshabin.
Men of Israel, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. Son, which means turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Emmanuel, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabbarakatham.
Yad Yumatah, Son, which means turn. Sisters Emmanuel. Men of Israel, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Emmanuel, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yad Yumatah, class dismissed.